Barrett, what was your favorite project?
Oh my goodness. Well, I've had a much shorter career than Dr. Barrett, having only begun a few years back. However, I think my favorite project was actually a community development initiative I was involved in a Latino community in Wichita, Kansas. I spent a year working with a community development corporation, and a lot of that year was going out and scrubbing walls, washing off the graffiti, getting to know the business owners of the area and trying to connect them with one another. And it was kind of a hands-on, somewhat organizing job in general community development, but that was a lot of fun. It was a very good experience of learning how to bring a community together while you try to disappear into the background and just become one of the individuals in that community.
I understand. Now, I'm going to ask you something different, a little bit different. You know, we all have our own personalities, obviously. We are all different.
I hope so, yeah.
I hope so too. Can you imagine if you wouldn't be, what a boring world this would be? What kind of people do you think, I'm asking both of you, Dr. Barrett, Dr. Lean, what kind of human being goes into the field of community psychology? You can, and there may be no definite answer to this, but...
Yeah, it's very hard to ascribe motives to others, but you know, the people I know, you know, my personal colleagues who I know personally, go into both social psychology and community psychology because they understand that while there are individual needs and people do suffer from individual mental health problems, the vast majority of what affects humans is systemic or systemic issues.
Sure.
And that if you apply a solution of individual, you know, remedy of iodine or Band-Aids to a cut, that's good, you need to do it. But you may not be healing or changing the etiology or the origin of that problem, and you're going to generate more of those things in more people. So the idea that you can, that once something is systematic, and when something is in a pattern, it's already fit for science, because that's what science is. It's uncovering the relationships between things and patterns that make cause and cure and change. So I think it's, for me, people who see that and aren't comfortable, not that there's anything wrong with the individual approach, but it's not enough for them. They want to do something that influences broad-based transformation so things actually transform and get better.
And I would only add to that in addition to that, there's probably a lot of people who have had experiences with that in their own lives as well. Whether you can see that or you've been through it, I think that's one thing that motivates people to become almost any careers if it's become something that was important in their lives.
This is extremely informative. Let me just take a moment for station identification. This is WGBB Long Island Radio, and we are at 12:40 a.m. And if you wish to call in, it's 631-888-8811 or 8812. We have a very interesting educational program today. So now I have another question to you.